Alright, it looks to be tiebreaker time between Epix and Marty, and it looks like Marty has managed to pick. Battle Masters is the final game, final match, final map is what I meant for the game of the match. It's tied 1-1, and Marty has spawned his orcs, obviously, at the 12 o'clock location, the top of the map, and Epix is down south with his Tau. And yeah, again, it's going to be a brutal battle. Just judging from the last couple of games, I'd have to say that Marty is actually probably not the underdog. Actually, he's actually looked very strong in both games. Only missing out on the win last game because Epix's defense was strong, and obviously that map was actually pretty good for Epix. He did pick it, and straight away here, Marty actually sending his guys out, some sluggers over to do a bit of offense. Both players just going with the basic barracks plus plasma generator type build. And there's that decap straight away. Nothing that Marty can really do about it. Sorry, nothing the Epix can really do about that. His capping unit's not strong enough to interfere with those orcs. And of course the orcs would just decap anyway. And of course just arrived just in time to do that before the listening post got chucked on there. So quite good timing from Marty. He's obviously put some practice into this build order, and he's picked this map because he's obviously practiced against a friendly tower opponent, and he's decided from the outset what he's going to do. Epix, on the other hand, we're going to probably have to wait a little while before we see his hand and the strategy. Just playing it basic so far, bringing out the tower commander, popping off some shots. Here comes the Big Mac teleporting himself across the side of the ravine before getting stuck in, and those orcs look like they've well and truly got that listening post decapped there. Even killing the stealth suit guy, so unfortunately a bit slow there by Epix. I'm a bit disappointed that he didn't fly away with that. He's obviously upgraded jetpacks already, as you would from the outset as Tau, but didn't even keep that capping unit alive, so that's already set him back a little bit. And this will be quite an aggressive map. The players' locations aren't really too far away. Marty's obviously got the opportunity to teleport around with his mech and get units straight into Epix's base from across the ridge. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And he can really lay the pressure on with a lot of capping. And he's got sluggers everywhere on the map to just take relics. So we'll see how things go. He's even got an annoying Big Mac at the back there, popping off some slugs. Popping some caps in the ass of that Tau drone worker. Now, Epix has got some fire warriors out in the field, doing a bit of shooting. Not really too much to take out that Big Mac so far. That Big Mac can stand to a lot of punishment. There's very little that can really deal with the Big Mac because of that teleport earlier on in the game and is just real hard-assness. Excuse me. Bit of a sneeze there. But we'll stay in for the long haul. We managed to actually see Epix win the last game from sheer defense, so he may well be able to do that. He's taking a relic over here, and it looks like Marty is just waiting for that relic to be completed so that he can decap it. And it looks like he's going to succeed there. He's got 3 sluggers left, and looks like Epix is even abandoning his stealth suit because the Big Mac's shown up. So that's actually prevented Epix from taking the early relic. In the meantime, you can betcha that Marty has got his own relic. So Marty just staying ahead of the game here. He's as you can see that point there, which Epix is only now taking. He could have got up and running earlier had he managed to prevent that decap from going on, but there wasn't too much he could do. Marty's played it fairly well and staying ahead of the game in terms of economy. He's got his opponent on the run. He's got his opponent forced to sort of play to his terms. And as you can see, 2 squads of sluggers in Tau territory now. It's going to be hard. In the meantime, going back for that relic, Marty can always come back later and pinch it if he needs to. But for now, really just trying to keep those Fire Warrior numbers low, preventing them from taking from really bulking up and getting that critical mass in time. And in the meantime, one slugger squad getting to work on the listening post while the other squad of sluggers goes around and deals with the Fire Warriors. Vespid's out now. You can hear the little chitter of them. Here they are now. This might be able to make a bit of a difference, either in terms of counter-harassment or just really disrupting the Orc Sluggers so that the Fire Warriors can get some shots off on them. Here you go now. Just a few shots before they get engaged back in close combat again. But that's not much, is it? You're not really seeing too much of an advancement there. In the meantime, Epix not hesitating to get some plasma generators down. Squad morale's dropped there, so that looks like a small victory there for Epix, managing to take out one squad of sluggers. He's got a bit more to do to actually rid his base of this menace. But I'm sure he'll be able to manage it before long. It's just just a matter of how much annoyance and damage that Marty does in this short term that will be important. And teleporting away now, and that looks to be the extent of it. Stephen getting a couple of railgun shots in his ass there from the LP2. Back at Marty's base, things have been going well. He's got the pile of guns going up. He's got a couple of wire banners around base, even some generators and so forth. So he's looking strong. We'll be seeing him probably going towards Storm Boys or straight to Knobs, something like that. I don't know about straight to vehicles. The good thing about towers, they've got some really mobile and really effective anti-vehicles. Vehicle weapons in the form of stealth suits upgraded with fusion blasters, so that could be bad news for any sort of orc vehicle attempt, whereas, you know, against chaos or something, it's not so bad. Over here we've got Vespids moving in on this LP2. Normally they'd be able to take out a decent building like this, but Marty's already got his workers in position to defend here, and it's upgraded to an LP2, so it's obviously going to cause some damage to those Vespids, and his Big Mech probably isn't too far away either. Zipping over the top here to go for the other LP2. What's the situation back here? Is there any defense? We're going to have a look shortly. No, there's no LP2. In the meantime, Storm Boys have arrived. Going to have a crack at this relic here, and of course that LP listening post isn't actually up, so the Fire Warrior is moving in to try and defend. They're not going to be quick enough. I think these Storm Boys are going to be able to take it out. There you go, having dismantled it. Not too surprised they haven't decided to decap, because it would take them a long time to decap it, and of course the Fire Warriors would be shooting it the whole time. Instead, moving over the forest, going to go in for this other list defender. Oh, I see list defender, but Epix has got a squad of Fire Warriors waiting for him there. Nice move, anticipating that. Unfortunately, Storm Boys just getting stuck into them. He's got the Fire Warrior, the Tower Commander in the background as well. That will prove to be useful. And these Storm Boys in a decent position. They've got another teleport left, just flying back over here, and again avoiding those Fire Warriors. They've flown over to this other LP2 listening post, I should say. Vespids come in to intercept them. Vespids really no match for Storm Boys, in my opinion. If that comes to a straight fight, the Vespids are going to lose it. They're really only a harassment unit, whereas the Storm Boys can do harass. They can do dedicated close combat as well if they need to. So that's really going to be bad news. Getting caught in a bit of a trap here, Marty. But on the other hand, his distraction seems to have worked. He's got a group of troops coming in from the base on the other side. All of Epix's troops are out here trying to deal with these Storm Boys, and they are. You're going to see some Storm Boys nailed here before long if Marty doesn't hightail it out there. But in the meantime, plan seems to have worked. All looks like Epix is ready with one squad of Fire Warriors. He's able to make Marty pay to some extent here, but that LP2 is in trouble. Now the Storm Boys moving across to deal with the Fire Warriors while the Big Mac does some damage to the LP2. And man, really the pressure has not been lifted from Epix this entire game. I've yet to see Epix really put in any counter harass. He tried to with his Vespids, but once he saw that there was nothing really going on, nothing for him to really nab, no decap opportunities, no undefended structures really. It's quite difficult with orcs. He had to come back home, and we've got a broadside battlesuit up and running. That's useful for really putting the hurt on Marty's tactics here, but there's only one so far. In the meantime, Marty's already done the damage. He's actually taken out that listening post. He's taken out the whole point, and now moving into this very vulnerable broadside battlesuit, surrounding it with his knob, with his Big Mech, is what I should say. And things looking pretty ship shape. What a tide back at home. You're going to see some reinforcements soon. You're going to see him at tier 2 before long, getting those knobs up and running, getting plenty of wire banners up. And that's a broadside running for his life now. He's not really able to do anything. You can see he's trying to sort of get some rockets off, but really not achieving anything. Those rockets are missing due to his move and shoot. And it's only when he actually stands still and starts doing some dedicated shooting that he's going to get some damage done. But being chased by the Storm Boys means that it's not going to happen. So Fire Warriors bringing it back home to try and defend here. And I really feel like that Marty's doing an even better job than he did last